One moment of patience in a moment of anger can save 100 moments of regret. Have you ever snapped at someone and instantly regretted it? Or bottled up your frustration until it exploded over something small? You're not alone. Anger, frustration, and irritation are normal parts of being human. But how you respond to those feelings, that's where the real power lies. A year ago, Monica, our lovely Psych2Go host and Discord group admin, did an interview with Dr. Christian Conte, an expert in emotional management, to ask for his expert advice on how to manage anger and frustration. That conversation planted the seed for this quiz. Because let's face it, managing anger isn't just about staying calm. It's about understanding what really sets you off, how you tend to react, and what it's costing you. This quick self-check-in isn't about judgment, it's about self-awareness. Because the more you understand your emotional patterns, the more power you have to change them. And that's the first step to building stronger relationships, healthier boundaries, and a calmer mind. So, take a deep breath, and let's answer a few questions. Grab a pen, open your notes app, or just keep score in your head. Remember, there are no wrong answers here, so be honest. Ready? Let's find out how well you're really managing anger and frustration, and how to get even better. Question 1. When someone crosses a boundary, do you speak up calmly or let it slide, then stew about it later? A. I speak up calmly, 0 points. B. I try, but it's awkward, 1 point. C. I don't speak up, but I stay annoyed, 2 points. Or D. I explode or shut down, 3 points. Question number 2. Do people say you seem cold or overly emotional when you're upset? A. No, they say I'm balanced, 0 points. B. Sometimes, 1 point. C. Often, 2 points. Or D. All the time, 3 points. Okay, question 3. When you're angry, do you say or do things you later regret? A. Rarely, 0 points. B. Sometimes, 1 point. C. Often, 2 points. Or D. Almost always, 3 points. Question 4. Have you hurt relationships by lashing out or shutting down in anger? A. Rarely, 0 points. B. Sometimes, 1 point. C. Often, 2 points. Or D. Almost always, 3 points. Question 5. Do you avoid conflict by bottling things up? A. Rarely, 0 points. B. Sometimes, 1 point. C. Often, 2 points. Or D. Almost always, 3 points. Question 6. Do your emotions sometimes come out in passive-aggressive comments or sarcasm? A. Rarely, 0 points. B. Occasionally, 1 point. C. Often, 2 points. Or D. Almost always, 3 points. Question 7. Do you feel guilty for getting angry, even if it was justified? A. Rarely, 0 points. B. Sometimes, 1 point. C. Often, 2 points. Or D. Almost always, 3 points. Question number 8. How often do you feel irritated over small things, like someone walking too slow or loud chewing? A. Rarely, 0 points. B. Sometimes, 1 point. C. Often, 2 points. Or D. Almost always, 3 points. Question 9. Do you tend to replay frustrating situations in your head, even hours or days later? A. Rarely, 0 points. B. Sometimes, 1 point. C. Often, 2 points. Or D. Almost always, 3 points. Question number 10. When you're angry, how do you release it? A. I talk it out, journal, or go for a walk, 0 points. B. I distract myself, 1 point. C, I vent or argue, 2 points. Or D, I bottle it up or self-destruct, 3 points. And finally, question 11. Is it easy for you to tell what deeper emotion is underneath your anger, like fear, hurt, or shame? A, yes, very easy, 0 points. B, somewhat easy, 1 point. C, I need to give it some time and thought sometimes, 2 points. Or D, no, not really. Okay, tally up your scores. If you got 31 to 40 points, you are an erupting volcano. You don't mean to be explosive, but when your anger erupts, it's intense. And afterwards, you're drained, ashamed, or even confused about where it all came from. You might go from being outwardly chill to suddenly blowing up over something small. Or you bottle things up for days, weeks, even months until the pressure becomes too much. Over time, this cycle of suppress, explode, regret, suppress again can leave you emotionally exhausted. Psych insight. This kind of anger often has roots in chronic emotional invalidation or environments where you were expected to stay quiet, be good, or suppress big feelings. As a result, your anger may have turned inward or become buried beneath shame, guilt, or fear of abandonment. And when it goes unprocessed, it tends to leak out in bursts, like your nervous system is trying to release the pressure valve. And when those explosions happen, they often follow with self-blame or shutdown. That's why you might feel stuck between too much emotion and not knowing what to do with it. So here's what to try. Instead of waiting until you're overwhelmed, try daily emotional check-ins. Ask, what made me feel disrespected, unheard, or dismissed today? Practice expressing anger in real time. Low-stakes moments, like saying, I felt annoyed when that happened, even if it feels awkward at first. And when you feel the pressure rising, give yourself permission to pause, step away, put your hand on your chest and remind yourself, I'm safe and I'm allowed to feel this. And don't do this alone. Anger that feels too big often needs to be witnessed, not just managed. Talking to a therapist can help you explore what's underneath without judgment. If you scored 21 to 30 points, you're a wounded warrior. You feel things deeply, and when something sets you off, it really sets you off. Your frustration builds quickly, sometimes out of nowhere, and it can feel like you're being emotionally hijacked. In the moment, your body gets tense, your thoughts race, and your reactions come out fast. You may lash out, shut down, or say things you regret, then feel guilty after. It's not that you want to hurt people, it's that the anger feels too big to hold. Here's your psych insight. This kind of intense anger is often a sign of deeper emotional wounds or long-standing patterns that haven't been fully processed. For example, if you grew up feeling unheard, disrespected, blamed, or powerless, your brain may now be on alert for those same threats. Even small things, like being interrupted, ignored, or misunderstood, can light a fuse without you even realizing it. This is called emotional memory, and it lives in your nervous system. So even if you logically know you're safe, your body might react like it's not. That's why you can go from 0 to 100 without meaning to. Your anger may actually be trying to protect you from deeper pain, like fear, shame, or hurt. But it doesn't always come out in a healthy way. Here's what to try. Instead of trying to stay calm, focus on regulating your body first. Anger is a full body experience, and when you're in that state, your logic and reasoning goes offline. Here are a few expert-backed tips to ground your nervous system. Step away from the trigger when possible. Even a short pause helps your brain shift from reaction to reflection. Use movement to discharge the energy, like walking, stretching, or just shaking it out. Physical activity reduces stress and helps your body process the surge. And try paced breathing. Breathe in for 4 counts, out for 6. This activates your parasympathetic nervous system. And practice self-compassion afterward. Instead of shaming yourself, remind yourself, I was overwhelmed, but I'm learning to respond differently. If you scored 11 to 20 points, you're anger aware and learning. You likely handle your anger well most of the time. You're aware of your emotions and try not to lash out, but there are still moments when it can creep up and surprise you. You tend to hide your anger under the surface, maybe even from yourself. You might avoid conflict, bottle things up, or brush off your own needs to keep the peace. Maybe you grew up in an environment where anger was punished or explosive. Or maybe no one ever taught you how to express frustration without shame. But buried anger doesn't disappear. It leaks out through burnout, people-pleasing, resentment, or anxiety. As a result, you might snap in ways you didn't expect. You're doing better than you think, but there's still room to grow. Here's your psych insight. Suppressing anger often stems from fear. Fear of rejection, being seen as too much, or not knowing how to express it safely. This can come from early life experiences where anger wasn't welcome, but sometimes anger can be a sign of unprocessed emotional pain or long-standing negative patterns like feeling unheard, powerless, or unsafe. So for you, try to start by naming your anger instead of judging it. Practice saying, I feel angry because, without apologizing for it. Your feelings are valid and you deserve to feel safe in your full range of emotions. You don't need to explode or shut down. There's a middle ground where your voice matters. And if you scored 0 to 10 points, you are a calm navigator. You likely have solid coping strategies and a deep sense of self-awareness. You're not perfect, no one is, but you generally stay calm under pressure, speak up with clarity, and repair things when needed. Still, even the most self-aware people can struggle sometimes, especially when boundaries are crossed or old wounds get triggered. Keep going. You are building emotional intelligence that most people never reach. Here is your psych insight. Keep in mind, emotional regulation doesn't mean avoiding all conflict. It's about staying connected to your feelings without letting them control you. Keep practicing, stay humble, and don't be afraid to support others who are still learning. Here's what you can try. When you get angry, it helps to ask, who do I get most angry with and why? What do I usually do when I'm mad? Lash out, shut down, distract myself? And what do I need when I feel anger rising? We're not really taught how to deal with anger. Most of us were taught to suppress it, fear it, or explode with it. But anger isn't a weakness. It's a compass that tells you where your values, needs, and wounds are. What matters most is how you listen to it. Remember, your anger doesn't make you a bad person. It means something inside you needs care, not punishment. With the right tools and support, you can learn to respond without losing control. So, how well do you manage anger? And most importantly, how do you want to? If this video spoke to you, let us know with a like and share it with someone who needs to hear it. Subscribe to our channel for more content on emotional wellness, healing, and personal growth. We have more insightful quizzes like, how emotionally mature are you? And, are you really okay? Thank you so much for watching, and also for those of you who want to watch the interview Monica did on managing anger, we've posted the link in the description box.